What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and you know what? I only have probably maybe two topics from the Super Bowl last night worth discussing, and also maybe one of a different ad that really everyone should know about. I've got that coming up later today. I do have it to do, but it's also today. This is wild. So during the Super Bowl, there was a pro ice ad aired. First of all, that caused an absolute meltdown. There was another ad aired that is wildly anti-white, that depicts every white person as hating anybody who has a different skin color, and it's just ridiculous. We talked about earlier, Bad Bunny got booed off the stage at the Super Bowl. He had a meltdown, deleted his Instagram, all this stuff. And the wokeness continues to backfire. And the left is always saying, well, yeah, well, a lot of people tune into the Super Bowl. Okay, you're right. You're right. 135.4 million people, current halftime ratings or whatever. That's cool. 25 to 40 million people watched an alternative program in its first year with 2 months of planning and 2 months of hype. I'd love to see what it does next year. Maybe it'll be 30 to 50 million. And I want to see more and more alternative programming during the Super Bowl. And let's look at, first of all, let's start with the ICE stuff, and then we're going to look at this anti-white stuff, which is, of course, worth pointing out because this is how, this is a type of propaganda that leads to replacement, right? You see, did I just see an effing ICE ad on my Super Bowl commercials? Well, yes. ICE ads also spotted outside of Levi Stadium. ICE announced they won't be running immigration enforcement at Levi Stadium during the Super Bowl, but their presence was still felt. Ads for the agency were spotted around the venue for the very big game. And you know what's funny? If you looked at the Google search trends for ICE, it was like, hold on a second, Google Trends ICE. Like, it was at an all-time peak during the Super Bowl. It was just, oh, wow, United Kingdom. Why would it default to United Kingdom? Well, I won't take up your time here, but you can play with Google Trends and, like ICE tip line, right? Let's look at that. Tip line. Look at that. Nearly an all-time high during the Super Bowl. Now, here we had back in June of last year, but it's spiking up. I mean, the idea that, that regular Americans don't support ICE is insane. San Francisco locals fume as pro-ICE billboards welcome Super Bowl fans. Defensive Player of the Year, ICE. This is the way. Unapologetic, cram it in their stupid faces, deal with it, right? TMZ Sports said there's no plan for ICE to be at Levi Stadium, meaning there will be no immigration enforcement at the site of the game. Look, how many illegals paid $6,000 to $10,000 a ticket to get into that game? Probably not many. How many were working at the game? That might have been worth it. How many were working the food vendors and behind the scenes? That might have been worth it. But also from a PR perspective, I kind of understand why they're like, let's just let them have their circus and cake or whatever, bread and circus. But this beautiful pro-ICE ad was released during the Super Bowl. Every word of this, real America agrees. These are immigration and customs enforcement officers. They are friends and neighbors and sons and fathers, Little League coaches and veterans, people who love their country.
They're friends and neighbors, sons, fathers. They're Little League coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country.
It's great because what the left has been doing over the past 2 months is focusing exclusively on dehumanizing them. Once you can dehumanize somebody, then whatever your behavior, is justified, right? This is what they did to conservatives. This is what they did to Trump voters. Trump is literally Hitler. Therefore, anything we do to him is justified. This is a tactic that's been used since, well, probably long before the Holocaust, but certainly most effectively during that, right? Like, there's, you say, oh, this group of people is evil and subhuman, and so therefore we can just do whatever we want to them and it's justified. Now, we see that every day with conservatives or Trump voters or, people who are pro-ICE or who are anti-immigration. They don't actually refute your ideas. They just say you're an evil person.
These are Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers.
Yeah, okay, good.
They are removing violent criminals from our streets and neighborhoods. It's dangerous and difficult work.
This is probably, I gotta say, good money spent. I don't normally say Super Bowl ads are a good use of money. This year, from what I heard, most of them were AI trash or ads for AI companies that nobody knows. You see this ad for some obscure AI company. What the hell is the average user watching the Super Bowl gonna do with that? I've never really understood the money people spend on Super Bowl ads. We've seen over the years that in general, it's just not as good as it used to be. The value, because now they have to release them on YouTube and Twitter, and they release they release all this stuff everywhere anyway. And now they just call them, it's their Super Bowl ad. And you find out they didn't even run it during the Super Bowl, but this did.
But ICE has one mission: to make America a safer place to live.
Love it. Love it. Pro-ICE Super Bowl is kind of unapologetic message we need. It's direct, powerful strike against the deep state globalists, communist sympathizers, and elite scum trying to run this country into the ground. It was universally loved. Then you have these few dorks. A fan confronts ICE's brutal crackdown with free towels at the Super Bowl. Okay.
Free towels. Support Bad Bunny. Ice out. Very nice. That's good. How you doing? Bunny, who's got the right statements about Trump and Ice out of California and out of the Super Bowl.
This is what this guy is doing with his spare time. By the way, his Bad Bunny Super Bowl performance was littered with direct political messaging, right? From the fact he performed in Spanish to, the fact, his Puerto Rican flag, the Puerto Rican independence movement. Hey, I think Puerto Rico should be independent. Something like 60 to 70% of the people on Puerto Rico are on welfare. Did you know that? Food stamps? I think, so let them be. Puerto Rico food stamps percentage. Let's see. 47% of Puerto Rico is on taxpayer assisted. You are literally you are a net negative financially on America, on the mainland. I don't have a problem with the Puerto Ricans, but if you want to have an independence movement, I'm for it. I'm 100% for it. NFL Network inside source reveals advertisers are panicking after TPUSA's Super Bowl halftime show broke the record for the #2 live streaming in YouTube in all of history. We're going to see a staggering number of views on this. YouTube alone is at 6.17 million live viewers. We may see 40 to 50 million plus. The entertainment industry and advertisers are very worried. I actually don't think they are. The viewership on the Super Bowl is still massive, but the point Jack should be making here and Benny should be making here is not about advertisers being panicked, but about the massive financial opportunity TPUSA just created for themselves to continue to create culture on the right. If you can go to advertisers next year and say there's going to be 40 million pro-America, not even conservative, but normal people, you get 40, 50 million people, you're going to get bigger acts for the show. No disrespect to Kid Rock, but you could have a lot of people. How about Creed? People will go berserk if Creed was doing their show. You have 40, 50 million eyes. Now you're getting real advertisers, spending millions of dollars for ads, which gives you more money to make the show better. That's really the approach, the immense, insanely incredible opportunity TPUSA just created by taking a risk. By the way, they want your kids gay. Here's here you go. Oh yeah, look at that. This is what they want to see with two men grinding. Yeah, that's hot. Yeah, love it. Love it. Love it. That's what you get at the Super Bowl halftime. You may not have liked Kid Rock or anybody else, but You know, you see this, you know?
What? Where are you going?
Outside. Back to America.
Cody Lee.
Nobody wants this crap. And by the way, here you go, more anti-white agitation. This is the kind of propaganda you see before genocide is attempted. I hope people understand. You know, what's most aggravating about this nonsense gets normies questioning if they're the problem. Almost nowhere in the USA will you find people ignoring someone from a different race when they're being polite. Whites are the least racist people. Unfortunately, that comes with a cost. It's true. The entire purpose here from Redfin, America could use a neighbor like you. You know what's funny? Why do you think they turn the comments off? Why do you think they turn the comments off? Now make the exact same commercial with the roles reversed. If you can't or won't, you just proved you're the point of the divide you push. Why do you think they turned comments off? I wonder if they were hiding comments at all. We can look at view quotes and look at the people, yeah, anti-white. Did anyone else see this blatantly anti-white ad? They don't even try to hide it anymore. WTF is this? You depict white families as racist. Go F yourselves. So here's the ad. I can't play the music, but it's Redfin. It's, I think, a real estate website, but it depicts brown people having to move, and it's sad, and they're sad. And then we have a mom getting divorced because that's sad. She's a white kid in a neighborhood waving at people. She can't make friends. Here's a white girl whose dog is barking at a brown girl because even white people's dogs are racist, okay? Here's a brown guy saying, oh, we've got a storm coming to the white family. The white dad does it. He ignores him because that's what white people do. I can't imagine. I mean, are there racist people in the world? Yes. But this depicts all white people as racist. This is why, like, oh man, he ignored me because I'm brown. Then there's a storm and the dog gets out. And who saves the dog? Oh, the little white girl's really sad, calling for her dog. Who saves the dog? The brown girl. Oh, thank you, brown girl. You didn't eat our dog. I thought you were going to eat the dog. Oh, I'm so thankful for you, brown girl. I'm no longer racist. Oh, brown guy comes over to white guy's house and saves him by chainsawing a tree that fell. Wow, racism defeated. Oh, brown guy pushing white guy's car. Oh, yeah, here we go. Racism defeated. I mean, what a joke. Oh, it's a mortgage company. Okay. I mean, F these guys. Like, this stuff is so obvious and like predictable. It's disgusting. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.